Hey brothers and sisters, this is your brother Sechilwane representing Arifin Sechilwane. So today we're gonna be talking let's talk fashion. Okay, so since while we talking about fashion, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think actually we're talking about when we talk the word fashion?
Fashion, well, as I was saying earlier on before we started having this conversation, man, I believe fashion is what's trending, man, you know? It's what people are wearing, it's what people look into, it's what people want to do at that time. Something that's controlled by the system, something that's controlled by a particular elite group, you know? That's what I believe. I believe fashion is something that everybody is wearing, something that is just trending in the modern day lifestyle. It's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Something that people think they should be wearing at a certain time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The in thing. It's the in thing.
Oh, okay. Nah, cool. So, would you tell us 3 different types of fashion wear?
Okay. There's sartorial. Sartorial is what Crouch is wearing behind. Your formal. It's sartorial.
Okay.
There's Gothic. Gothic is what Ben was wearing. Gothic, you know. And there's also vintage. What she's wearing. This is vintage. You know.
Okay.
Complementary vintage. Your classical vintage. You know your 1960s. Your Rebecca Malope type of vibes. Your Maria Makebe. You know, the queen. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's classic, there's sartorial, the suit and ties. There's your retro vintage, your darling over here. And there's your gothic, that Undertaker type of vibes, the black and white. The one that Ben was wearing. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Those are the 3 attributes that I can give you into fashion industry.
Would you love to add on?
No, he said a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you probably tell me how do you differentiate a smart casual and a casual?
Do you want to take this one?
Yeah. Well, a smart casual is something that you can add an oomph on.
Yeah.
And then a casual is something that is given
Okay.
a straight looking casual thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you add an oomph?
And oomph, you can wear your formal shirt with your jean
Okay.
and your
Okay.
formal shoes and still look dope. That's an oomph.
Okay. That's cool. From time to time, all around the world, we see change in the fashion industry. And when I talk fashion, the word trend, it pops in my head, right? So, within your knowledge, what do you think trend is? I know you just talked about trend and fashion, but now we're talking the word trend. What do you think trend is?
As trend is what people are looking at a specific time. You know what social media is giving to you, what the publication is giving to you. Publication, I'm speaking about magazines, I'm speaking about billboards, I'm speaking about newspaper. It's what's like giving to the people. It's like bring control, for example. You know what I mean? At that particular time, what's trending? It's what everybody's going for that specific time. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? We're living in a very systematic world where people are being controlled.
Would you have to add on?
No.
Okay. So what do you think determines a certain trend in the fashion industry? What actually determines it?
In the fashion industry. Complementary in terms of seasonal,
Okay.
you know, as well as affordability. There's something I also need to look into. Affordability is, you know, something can trend, you know, but if it's not affordable, people cannot
Cannot
buy it. You know, Jonathan D. The reason why people were able to buy it was because it was affordable and reasonable, and it was also trending. You know,
Yeah.
and a lot of guys have always wanted to be, you know, casual, but still have a formal look into it.
Yeah, for
so
sure,
it brought
for sure.
that sensation, man.
Okay.
You understand? So,
Yeah.
so everybody wanted to be in that space. So when Jonathan D gave us a platform to do that, then we started seeing a lot of guys going for that. You know, that exquisite look, man. That look that has like a rich man's mentality.
Okay.
There's something with wearing drip than wearing all stars. Anybody can wear all stars, but not anybody right now can wear drip. There's something with wearing Batu at this specific time. There's something with wearing Jonathan D.
Okay, moving on. You know, in the fashion industry, certain people buy expensive clothes and entitle themselves as fashion killers, and then certain people buy affordable clothes and still entitle themselves fashion killers. Regarding what I just said now, what is actually a best fashion in whatever understanding you do have?
Do you want to take it some more?
Yeah. You know one thing, ne? That's where style comes in. Because you can rock expensive clothes, but then I can come with cheap clothes and then be more stylish than you are or be more intriguing than you look. You know?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not a matter of the price of the clothes that you're wearing. It's how you wear it and how you look in it. So most people shouldn't even stress themselves by saying, "Hore, when I'm wearing drip, it means hore, I'm all over the world. When I come with my Mr. Price techies and all that, I can look with my Mr. Price and you can look with that drip." And people will be like, "Oh, there she is, rocking Mr. Price." And then there you are, like, people will be like, "Oh, okay, he's wearing drip."
Well, let me
Powerful.
also add on
Okay.
to that.
Yeah.
She's saying something very vital. I also feel that, as I was saying, fashion is very different from style. Style is something that you express from your feelings. It's like revealing your feelings to the outside world. Let me also give that more of a flavor. When we go to funerals, we wear black. It's a sign of that we're feeling sad. I don't know if you're gonna talk.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
We don't wear white.
Sure.
No. When you also look into the psychological part of it, black people, most of us, we are sad. So it resonates with how we are feeling. I don't know if you're gonna talk about.
I do.
Hello
I
there.
do.
Let's just keep it. How are you, my sister? These are like $10. I was speaking about black people are sad. That's why it resonates with funerals. But when we look into the aspect of weddings, white wedding, I don't know if you're gonna talk about.
Yeah. Happiness in it.
Yeah, because it's the psychology that was enrooted into us that we should not be here. We should look at ourselves as depression, as anxiety, and as aggressiveness. But when you look at the white perspective, it's love, it's peace, it's happiness. That's why even in Valentine's it's red and white. It's not red and black, it's red and white.
Yeah.
Look at the rudiments of this. What I'm speaking about, it
This is
resonates so
something
much
I've
with
actually
fashion.
never tried to take a look
You need
at.
to look deep into
Yeah.
things, my brother.
Yeah.
You need to look deep into everything and things. And that's what I'm talking about. She spoke about wearing drip and wearing Mr. Bright. You understand what I'm saying? So people, yet today, you find people, yet today, you still find people wearing, hello. Still keep the fire conversating. By the way, when you've got positive energy and you're stylish, people still want to come and buy everything from you. Thank you, my sister. I will. As I was saying, for example, right now we're living in this world. There's something about the melanin. Let me just give you the hierarchy of skin color. We're speaking about fashion, but as much as we're speaking about fashion, we need to also look into the psychology of fashion and look as well into the emotional of fashion and why things end up trending. When you're looking at the hierarchy of fashion, number one is white people, number two is Asian people, number three is black people. Who's supporting Gucci more than those three dimensions?
I see black people
Why?
because it gives them a sense of power, probably.
A sense of power.
Yeah.
That is why, for a black person to support another black person who's selling in the street, there's still that psychology of what will people think about it. So we end up wearing Gucci. So what happens is that we go from having style to becoming fashionable people.
To trending.
You hear that?
We end up going from having style to becoming fashionable people. Because when you look at black people in the 1960s, we were not wearing Gucci. We were very stylish, my brother. We were exquisitely stylish. But now we're very fashionable because we're trying to cover our skin. And now we can't cover it with the only way for us to cover it is for us to cover it with expensive brands to become.
So it's more of like without any expensive brand, we're feeling naked. We're feeling like we don't have any
Yeah.
self-esteem is gone. And
We,
shit.
don't, we don't feel like we own something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
5 Rand, my sister, yeah.
I always make an example about people who thrift. I always tell people, like, when they ask me, where do you buy your clothes? And I'll be like, I don't shop at the mall.
Yeah, we don't
But
shop
they'll
at
be
all.
like, bitch, you always look good.
But I
And
bang my money at F&B.
You know? They'd be like, you always look good.
Yeah.
They don't even trust you when you say that you shop at the streets. They'd be like, maybe what are you for Shini or
Because of
something.
you don't look fashionable, you look stylish.
You look stylish.
Ah.
And there's class, you know.
Yeah.
You look stylish and classic
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
at the same time. And then they'd be like, no, you cannot have class from the streets.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You cannot
yeah.
have class from the streets.
Anne,
Class is sold at the mall.
Anne, I thank you. I thank you for
Yeah.
that. Do you think a price of a certain outfit can determine the best fashion?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, right? Do you feel like it?
I feel the cheapest price is the most coolest price. You know, as I'm saying, people don't buy the fashion, they buy the brand. They don't buy your product, they buy the brand. There's something when you're wearing Jonathan D. Let's go back to that. You didn't really buy, you bought the brand because it was trending. People don't really buy the iPhone. You buy the iPhone. You buy this Apple. There's something with this Apple. If this didn't have the Apple, you wouldn't have bought this phone. You're buying this Apple.
Okay, okay.
You're not buying the Louis Vuitton. Just you're buying how it is, the material, the symbol, what it symbolizes in society. Because people think that when you're using an Apple, when you're using wearing a Louis Vuitton, you've got money. You've made it in life in the black society. But white people don't see that. White people value people that have assets more than liabilities. I don't know if you get what I'm talking
I
about.
do,
So in
brother,
black
I do.
society, when you've got an iPhone, even girls take you serious. Like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna give him his love.
And I've seen that.
But
on the
when you
streets.
just take up any
I've
type of
seen
phone,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna talk about. It's like if I could pull up with a Gucci belt, they will give me more respect. For example, so I went to the bank, right? And I've got a thing that when I go to the bank to deposit money, I'll go really wearing my check. Today I was really going to the bank, and I have money to deposit. No, they didn't treat me as they would have treated a person that was wearing a suit.
Yeah.
But you know why I went not wearing a suit to the bank? Because I wanted them to treat me feeling low, so that I can have that energy of wanting to do more. But if they had to treat me like just a higher class, I would have been settled with my energy as well.
I feel you, brother, man. I feel you.
It's pain that makes us grow. It's sadness. It's
More
just
than anything. It
the
makes us
thing.
grow more than anything.
You remind me, I was watching this other interview of Kanye West, né? And he said he liked it when people talk down about him because it put him in a very humbling space. And that is why he needs God the most. That is why he needs spiritual him the most. And in that space, that is why he is the greatest.
that is why cheese boys and hustlers are not the same. People that grew up with silver platters and the ones that have to grind and crack their hands, they're not the same. Cheese boys have rights, but they're not responsible. People who grew up with nothing, they don't have rights like a cheese boy would. But they're very responsible when it comes to money, when it comes to taking care of the person that's on the left side and on the right side of them. People that are poor have more humanity than people that grew up from silver platters. You understand what I'm talking about?
I do, definitely, most definitely. And that is so positive.
It is very.
And very educative.
Trust me, I know.
Okay, moving forward to my lady.
Yes.
From shoe to a hat or a cap, why do you think a woman should not be doubtful when buying? She should not be doubtful to even go all out for.
Shoes are very important. Like, imagine me walking in a heel. I'm gonna have that exquisite look. like everybody's gonna give me an attention. But regardless of what,
Yeah, yeah.
shoes are very important.
And that is so true. That is
Just
so
like
true.
your handbag and your watch.
Uh,
It does not only apply to men. Women really need to have watches and bracelets because you know the stigma ya hore. No, monna tshwantse a apare watch. You also need to rock that watch. How would you want a man with a watch while you don't own one?
It's my time. You know? It's her
You
time
know?
as well.
yeah, for sure, for
That is
sure.
very important.
My brother. Regarding to men. Regarding to men.
Okay. Everything that I'm saying, I'm gonna really look deeper into it. I'm gonna give it to you in a very deeper meaning, brother. I just don't wanna just play on the surface. I wanna really go deeper into things. Watch. Let's start with a watch. A watch for a man represents a person who knows what time is it. He's very particular with time, man. He respects time very much when a man has a watch, especially when it's leather.
Okay, okay.
A man who's wearing a belt, there's something when a man that wears a belt. It means that he's very disciplined. He only takes his trouser down for that specific woman. Sealed. Let me help. Are we still available?
Okay.
Hello.
No, I'm just looking at
And I appreciate that.
when I walk before she
You know? So a man who's wearing a belt. That's why that belt signifies something.
I think even somewhere in the Bible it's
Yeah!
the belt of
It's a
Yeah.
belt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
That is why when you're a man, you need to have a belt. It signifies something. It signifies your manhood. Your shoe says a lot. If you know where you come from, it's easy for you to get to where you're going. This is why the first thing that people respect, you don't go with tackies, brother. You gotta have formal shoes. There's something with those things, brother. There's something because it shines. Sneakers don't shine. Oh yeah, brother. When you're impactful, by the way, and having conversation, people always say hello. By the way, and this is authenticity. It's real.
Yeah, this is
we're
real.
not cutting
This
it.
is
We're giving
real.
you real information.
For sure.
So your shoe says a lot. And what's the first thing that they look at you when you enter a room? Your shoes. Because
yeah.
people look down on you before they can take you to the top. There's something with your shoes.
Bro.
They have to look down on you before they can take you to the top. Because if
but-
they look up on you and take you down, it's another thing.
Yeah, you know, I also heard somewhere, ne? I don't remember if I was watching a movie or it was on a radio somewhere there. It's somebody said a shoe of a man does not only give a confidence, it should also tell them a history. Like you just said,
If you know where you come from, it's easy for you to get to where you're going.
most definitely.
And most shoes, especially in black man, in your 96, I don't know about now. Because these boys, they don't know how to wear man shoes. Everybody's grinding for techers and everything. Shoes of leather are intergenerational. That's why when you wear them, somebody will be like, "Ish, take it feel like in Tata Moholwa." Because you know why? Because it's still representing the bloodline. It means where my forefathers have
been
stepped,
Yeah.
I'll also step into that zone. I'll also carry myself in that, those attributes, those fundamentals level. Shoes are very vital, my brother. That's why there's certain restaurants you will never go with techies. You need to have.
Yeah.
I don't know,
yeah.
because why?
I've been turned away. I've been turned
They
away
will tell you
before.
why. That's
Yeah.
why you're wearing Jonathan's today. you had to level up.
level up.
Okay.
There's certain households when you go looking for a woman there and you're wearing techies, you will never enter the door, brother. These shoes leather shoes comes with responsibility. You can carry that kingdom, brother. You can carry. This is why when you pay lobola, you don't actually pay lobola you pay lobola just to show that you will be able to handle that woman. What you wear says a lot about you, my brother.
Okay. I hope you all are learning something.
Yeah, and I hope
right?
you're taking notes.
Okay. Okay. Moving right along, right? You're still with us at Arbu with Sai Chilwani. I hope you subscribe and you like on our pages, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So, you know, I often hear well-known persons talking about being a collector in the fashion world.
Yeah.
What gives one the entitlement of a collector?
Do you want to take them one?
You know, the entitlement of being a collector. That's where what Innocent has just said about the leather shoes and all that. You know, growing up, having a grandmother that looks good always. You're gonna have that certain thing that you need from that type of person. You're gonna be like, Mara, hona le hempe ya bokwaka, so. Then you start taking that shirt and you're rocking it and you be like, yo, I look dope. Then that's where the collection comes from. The next time you enter shop, you see something similar to that one, you'll be like, oh, this can look good because I once rocked my grandmother's shirt. You know, then you start collecting, you start falling in love with certain type of style, certain type of shoes, certain type of how you want to look, how you want to represent yourself.
That is powerful.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much positivity. Wanna add on that?
I think she said a mouthful, man.
Oh, okay.
You know, sometimes when our queen says something, man, we should never add. Sometimes. Just give her the zone. But what she said is very powerful. I feel like she's complimentary to this conversation. Shout out to you.
Give me an elbow. Okay, thank you. So, okay, we're reaching
The peak.
the peak of the
Conversation.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And you are not only watching, you are joining this discussion, this conversation.
Definitely.
We all are learning here.
This is not just a conversation, people.
This
It's
is
a
reality.
very powerful one.
It's therapy.
Thank you.
Let's do
Okay,
the last one.
my lady, I need you to give the ladies watching here just a random piece of advice regarding fashion.
Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. Don't wear because you see someone wearing something. Don't. Do it for you. That's how I rock. And that's how I roll.
She's a rock and roll.
Yes.
My brother, give me and the guys watching here just a random piece of advice regarding fashion.
When it comes to fashion, and the fashion that you want to bring, let me just say the style that you want to bring to the table, man. You always need to look out of the box, be different, be a go-getter, you know. Sometimes, man, also be able to resonate with people. You know, there's certain spaces where you can't go with that type of fashion. For example, you were saying that you went somewhere and you were kicked out. When it comes to fashion, man, and when it comes to specific style, always beg to differ. You know, be different, be vibrant, give a simple energy. Because people respect you with what you were wearing and how you were wearing it. You know, we all can wear Gucci, you know. But if you're wearing Gucci and I come wearing just dress with his jacket, man, people are like, "Ish, look at this jacket." You know, be different, man. Strive for different, especially as a black people, black person, man. There's something with black man, man. When you're a black man and you're wearing very good, man, you're closer to God, you're closer to heaven. I'm being real.
That's some spiritual something.
Yeah, you know, we I feel like we're losing our humanity, we're losing our style sense, our fashion sense, because we're trying just to be average.
Yeah.
We start
And that
feeling for
pains me.
mediocre.
Yeah.
It hurts me. It pains. It hurts me, brother. You know, so when it comes to fashion and it comes to style, especially as black people, let us at least stop buying from these expensive stores and let's buy from our brothers and sisters in the streets and let's give money back to. This is very absolute, you know. So we don't do things because you're trying to look expensive with expensive stuff. Doesn't work like that. You know, look expensive with just an average price, just supporting a sister in the streets or a brother in the streets. You know, let's look and look. That's where the style is.
Okay, we've reached the end of our talk, our conversation, our education, our therapy.
Hola.
You get me? So my lady, would you just tell them who you are and where they can get in touch with you, or probably just look at the stylist lady?
Okay. Once more, I am Nari. You can follow me on Facebook. It's Esmeralda Nari Mwabelo, and I am Nari _ the Thick Lady on Instagram. Shout out.
That's a thick lady for you, my brother.
I'm available on all social media platforms. I'm on Facebook at Innocent Kukatsu Muraku. I'm on Twitter as Innocent _ Muraku. I'm on Instagram at _Mureku.
Okay, we're having this conversation here in Pretoria CBD Semi-Max. This is this guy's store.
Truth of
If you
Life.
wanna support, you can just check him out here.
Pretoria, South Africa, Semi-Mark Square. State Theatre is right there. Semi-Mark is here. So we're in the corner of Prince Law and Church. Yeah.
Thank you.